one thing you gotta love watching is great ball movement.
Which is something both of these teams take pride in. It's always fun to watch guys be unselfish with the ball and look to make each other better.
Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. We've got Ball, Bruzelis out there with Vucevic, and it's Kobe White, and it's Giddey in at the small forward position.
Guys, we have seen a number of high-caliber players from Australia. Josh Giddey adding to the reputation of the country. This guy is long, he's versatile, and he's skilled.
And the shot is good.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
An assertive offensive player. White knows he has the green light to rise and fire.
Poole against Ball. Poole no good.
Well, defensively, if you allow him to get this close, you're playing with fire. He just happened to miss that one.
Greg, it's not the first skill you think about, but Jordan Poole is unreal at the foul line.
I mean, led the league in 22 at 92.5%, beating out teammate Steph Curry by 0.2%. Who's always been amongst the league leaders in attempts.
First personal foul.
Chicago's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. And Vucevic kicks to Giddey. Shoots the 3. The shot's good on the assist by Vucevic.
3-point.
Giddey's got 5.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Now, here's Poole. He's got 5. Shakes him. Bruzelis grabs the board. White inside. He's defended by Koulibaly. Pass to Giddey. Ball kicks to Giddey. White, a screen on George. The offensive rebound. And it's Giddey in the corner. Hands it from downtown. Giddey's got a couple of threes now in the first for Chicago.
Boy, Giddey could not pass on what he felt was a good look. The corner 3 is pure.
Koulibaly, no good.
Well, he's a quality mid-range shooter, but he can't get that one to go.
Out to the right wing. Ball, a screen on George. And then Bruzelis with the dunk.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. The solo alley-oop? That's not something we see too often.
Timed perfectly. Caught the defense totally off guard. They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe.
Yeah, outstanding job there of taking the harm and still able to finish.
And the Wizards making a change here. Kispert's checked in. And we know injuries derailed last season for the Bulls, Greg. But with an aging core, you wonder where they go from here.
I mean, the Bulls are kind of stuck in the middle of things as it now stands. Not quite good enough to make a run in the East, but not in a position where they need to start over.
And it's good for 2.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. You gotta fight over it as a defender.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
Now, here's Ball. Off target from 3-point range. And now let's go to David Aldridge, who had a chance to talk with Brian Keefe.
Dealing with Lonzo Ball's playmaking was at the front of his mind. He told me Lonzo's a tremendous decision maker, so we've got to be quick to close off the passing lanes. We can't let him create easy baskets. The goal is to keep Ball's impact as a playmaker down to a minimum. Guys, back to you.
All right, thank you, David. Jones checked in for Chicago.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
Bruzelis' shot is good.
Bruzelis showing a little bit of everything with that quick release.
And the Wizards with possession, following the 3-point basket by Chicago. Poole with the steal. Fast break, here we go. And Jones pulls it down. Bulls leading by 3. Here's Bruzelis, and the Bulls another 3.
And when it comes to the three-point shooting of Bruzelis, we know he has the ability, but we need to see consistency.
Now, here's Poole. He's got 13. That's good. He's 5 for 9.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Buzelis, and then Buzelis with the dunk.
And throwing it down, not necessarily Buzelis' game, but don't give him that much space.
White with it. Guarded now by Kispert. Tipped away. Pass to Buzelis. Clock at 4. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
And at almost 7 feet, Buzelis is really tough to slow down. And when he's on, there's not much you can do.
Here's what Chicago's going with right now. Smith checked in for Vucevic. Josh Giddey comes in for Ball. And it's Dosunmu in for Kobe White. It's his first trip to the line. First one falls for him. And Washington making a change here. Champagne's checked in. And the Bulls making a change also. Williams is checked in for Buzelis. 20 seconds left in the first. Chicago leading by 7. Tries the spin move. Giddey the pass to Williams. Giddey sets the pick for Williams. Back to Giddey. A 3-ball. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's Chicago, bringing the quarter to a close. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And to look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for Chicago.
Well, they haven't wasted any time getting into a groove from deep, putting up and hitting a healthy amount of three-pointers thus far.
And their assist total also impressive early, creating with the pass and playing for teammates.
On the court right now, second quarter for the Bulls. They've got Josh Giddey. Dosunmu is out there with Trey Jones. Then it's Williams. And it's Smith in at center. Chicago with the ball. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Outside, Jones. Stolen by Smart. And Smart with a clear path to the hoop.
Marcus Smart dishing it well in that instance. We know he is a special defensive player, but how about that pass?
And the way the Wizards like to play, Greg, you can expect them to get out and run.
Yeah, they're young and they can fly, right? They've got speed and athleticism to get up and down the floor. They'll push the tempo as much as you allow.
Pass to Giddey to the inside. It's deflected. They push it up 4-on-3. Here's Dosunmu. And again, Chicago. No good. And we've got a whistle. The refs are indicating it's a transition take foul. It's going to be a shot and the ball. I'm told now by our producer. Do we have them, guys? Okay, we do. We have a call coming in from Shams Charania. Shams, thanks for joining us. What do you have?
Thanks. Many consider this summer to be the most challenging field in the history of international basketball. Nevertheless, Team USA got it done in Paris. It's not getting any easier, but the star power of the U.S. men's team shined bright in the City of Lights. Guys, a classic ending for a stacked U.S. roster.
You're right. What a performance. Hey, Shams Charania with the report. Thanks, Shams. Williams for 3. And that comes off the assist by Giddey.
Just finding the open man and making sure it's on time and on target. This is who Josh Giddey is.
Here's Vucevic. And the Bulls, another 3.
Well, more and more you see big men working on the outside shot, and this guy has one of the better ones in the league.
Pass to Carrington. They set the screen. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. And so it's Giddey with it. He brings it up for the Chicago Bulls. 6-point lead. Williams gets the bucket.
Boy, Josh Giddey is showing off that great vision right there.
Washington has gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Bay, no good. And here are the Bulls now. 9 points in a row. Good run for him right now. And it's Vucevic missing.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Kevin, thanks. Last season, the NBA again set records for attendance. Overall, arenas were filled to 98% of capacity. Adam Silver says we're in a great position. You almost can't fit more people in our arenas. Kevin, he made it clear the area for growth is in media and especially in mobile viewing.
And you know this, directly to the fan. I mean, my goodness, all the different ways you can consume the game. It's beautiful.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
The shot's good. Buzelis has got 15 points.
With his soft touch around the rim, Buzelis should score a lot of points in the paint over his career.
Well, he's been shooting it so well because he's been so active, moving and working to get high percentage shots.
Here's Poole and Ball with the block. Oh, he's going up for the alley-oop here. And then Buzelis with the dunk.
How about the vision there by Ball, showing the unselfishness, just being a willing passer.
And there's the foul. It'll go on Jordan Poole. That'll be his second foul of the game. Here's Chicago. They're on a 15-5 run here. Pass to Buzelis. Out to White. Here's Dosunmu. Buzelis, no one around him. Traps in the tray. Buzelis has got the lead up to 13 now for the Bulls. George sets a screen for Poole. It's blocked.
Making good use of his length. Buzelis able to track down the block that time.
Smith checked in for Dosunmu. The three from Poole. No good on that one. Bulls leading by 13. Here's Buzelis. And so it looks like the Bulls will retain possession here. There's 25 seconds left now here in the second. Shot clock at 6. Back to Smith. Chicago needs to get off a shot here. Jacks up a 3. Rebound by the Wizards. A shot by Middleton. Wide open. From outside off the mark. And so it's Chicago looking at a 13-point lead heading into the next quarter. They've excelled in the open court. Their transition game has allowed them to build this healthy lead. We'll return shortly.
And now, please direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot. Drum roll, please. They're measuring up the shot.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. It's been one outstanding game from Matas Buzelis.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
It felt like his work on the interior really gave this offense a boost. Let's see if he can dominate the rest of the way.
We've got George. Jordan Poole is out there with Koulibaly. Then it's Sarr, and it's Middleton, and it's the 3 spot. That's the group on the floor right now for Washington. GA, when it comes to the Wizards, they have a pretty spotty track record over the past decade.
Kevin, it's tough to get things right in the draft. Plus, they have just had poor lottery luck, only selecting higher than 8th once in the last decade. But they have passed on some superstar-level talent.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here. And when you talk to people about the Bulls, GA, Michael Jordan's shadow still looms large over this team and organization.
And Kevin, they haven't won a championship before or since he was in Chicago. They've had plenty of good players, Derrick Rose and MVP, Jimmy Butler as well, but the results haven't been there.
Here's Sarr. Hasn't made one yet. Smart finds Koulibaly. Good, and Smart gets the assist.
Oh, don't you love how unselfish Marcus Smart is? Sees the open man, whips the pass over in just the right amount of space.
The shot by Buzelis, no good. Wizards trail by 13. Pass to George. Here's Coulibaly for three. Chicago grabs the miss. Vucevic has got 6 rebounds in the game. Now Coulibaly. Back to Smart on the wing. Coulibaly. Smart with the ball. Pass to George. And it's blocked. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Wizards will retain possession. Third quarter here, over a minute and a half into it. The Bulls leading by 13 and stolen by Song. And the foul called on Alex Song. That's his third foul of the game.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Chicago's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Got that one up quick. White's got 6.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
Smart going inside.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
He made the only free throw attempt he had earlier in the game.
And going back to his performance at the line last year, guys, 84% as a free throw shooter.
Poole's checked in for Smart. And the Bulls making a change also. Williams has checked in. Hey, Greg, Kobe White has proven he can run the show.
Well, he's more than just a scorer. He's become a quality playmaker with better decision-making. But his biggest improvement has been his efficiency.
Middleton for 3. Offensive rebound. Pass to George. Now, here's Poole. 17 points in the game. Ball feeling it out a bit. Now, here's Giddey. Williams for 3. No good that time. Wizards trail by 19. And stolen by Williams.
Washington foul.
On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe.
5th personal foul.
The athleticism and blinding speed White possesses is impressive. This guy plays with a lot of moxie.
The Bulls have gone 2 of 7 from the field in the third. That leaves room for improvements. The kick out to Williams. Lets the 3 fly. And the Bulls with another miss. Washington's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Middleton outside. Nice ball movement by Washington. And Poole gets it to go.
Not a standout part of Sarr's game, but good work recognizing that opening in the defense and making the right read.
Poole no good. And so it's Giddey with it. He brings it up for the Chicago Bulls. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. Drills it from outside. Bulls got 2 now from beyond the arc in the third for the Bulls. Wizards trail by 20. From 12 feet out. Again, the miss by Poole. The Bulls shooting pretty terrible here in the third quarter at around 30%. Williams can't hit.
He needs to look to try to drive inside and get going. That outside shot is simply not there.
Here's Song. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
There's just so much potential for Sarr. He's got that Wemby-like build with a lot of skill.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. And the second free throw, good. The Bulls leading by 19 points. White, a screen on Smart. Jones kicks to White. Tries again. He lays it in.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
Buries the long-range jumper.
Well, with that size, it's easy for Sarr to see right where the rock needs to go.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Here's Kispert. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Their biggest lead of the game was 21. Floats it up for Williams. Deft touch on the alley-oop. And the Bulls lead by 20.
Oh, what a pass. And then he lays it in with the circus move.
So smooth. And here's Kispert. And it's in. He nails the buzzer beater.
Big-time shot to beat the buzzer there. My.
And so it's Chicago, feeling good about their 17-point lead heading into the break. Their defense has been terrific in this game. Right back after this break. And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. Taking a look at the Bulls, Trey Jones out there with Dosunmu. Then there's Patrick Williams. Then it's Josh Giddey. And it's Smith in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And stolen by Williams. And they're pushing it up. He had a nice open look right there. Dosunmu's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. And let's get your take, guys, on the hustle stats for Chicago.
They have been a wrecking ball defensively, coming up with steals, being active with their hands, and just doing a terrific job of disrupting the rhythm.
Those block shot numbers are big as well, guys, sending a clear message. We are not going to be scored on easily.
And taking care of the ball has been a problem for them.
That's something they've got to fix. While the defense has been good, a lot of these turnovers have been unforced.
Jones from outside. Rebounded by Smart. From the Wizards, they're shooting 32% overall right now. Not one of their better showings. Stolen away. Dosunmu with it. Brogdon picks him up. Inside. Lays it in off the pretty alley-oop.
You can see he just has a great overall feel for this game. Excellent job tonight.
And that's been his role pretty much from the opening tip. Get the ball to guys where they can score it.
Sinks the triple.
Yeah, coming down the stretch, they've become reliant upon their perimeter game.
Boy, the three-point arc has been a major factor in what they've done here tonight. You love the aggressiveness.
Here's Kispert, and he drops in the layup off the glass. That's 10 points here for Corey Kispert.
And with that one, it ends an 11-0 run by the Bulls.
Here's Giddey. Quick shot there, and it's off target. Wizards have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. And Kispert the bucket on the assist by Smart. Smart's got 3 assists now in this one. On the wing, Giddey. Guarded by Smart.
Savvy decision by Josh Giddey. This guy in pick and roll action, look out.
Now here's Kispert. He's guarded by Williams. The 3. And again, Washington with the triple.
I'll tell you, you are playing with fire anytime you leave this guy open. They just got burned.
Giddey the pass to Jones. Stolen by Brogdon. Down low. He's looking for Kispert and finds him. Jumps for the alley-oop. Smart on the wing. The tray. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Jones with it. Guarded now by Kispert. Here's Giddey. Offline with his 3. Washington has gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. Kispert, the pass to Brogdon. Williams scanning the floor. And again, Chicago, no good. Wizards have gone 3 of 6 in the field so far in the fourth quarter.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout. Big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a golly win for the Bulls.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And, you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Booz Ellis.
What a relentless scoring night for this guy. In attack mode all evening.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
Pools checked in for Washington. And then for Chicago. Collins checked in for Patrick Williams. Kevin Herter comes in for Jones. And it's Carter in for Dosunmu. Poole no good. Here's Chicago. Herter on the wing. A three-pointer off the mark. Pass to Carrington. Nice ball movement by Washington. The three from Poole. It's hauled in by the Bulls.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net.
Well, they knew it would be a hostile environment, and they rose to the challenge.
And sometimes when everyone's rooting against you, it seems to bring the unit closer together. It certainly did tonight.
To the paint.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
No question. They've got hot at exactly the right time. Clutch play on a team level.
And it falls.
And that log came from a mile away, and it was right on the money.
Talk about a long distance.
so off the tip, it's Washington. And the starting lineup for Miami. They've got Bam Adebayo. Alec Burks is out there with Tyler Hero. Then it's Andrew Wiggins, and it's Ware in at the 5.
And now the game is really starting to flow. We should be in for a good one.
Yeah, and it's important to get that first score quickly and establish your game.
He shoots it. Good on the short little jump shot.
He's a go-to guy for them because he's that consistent. Time and time again, he delivers.
Well, Coach, the Heat have had some deep playoff runs recently, making the finals twice in 5 years.
Yeah, Brian, and what's really interesting is that they've only been higher than a 5 seed once in that span. They just hit a different gear in the playoffs.
Adebayo from long range hits the trifecta.
Just another thing that Bam brings to your team, the ability to knock down jumpers.
Here's George. Oh, great D that time from Adebayo. To the left side wing. Here's Ware. And again, Miami with a triple.
Now you want to get him going as soon as possible. Great way for him to start this game.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, if he gets into a good rhythm early, watch out.
That'll hype his guys up. Middleton right back with one of his own.
The kick out to Wiggins. Hero outside. The 3 is up. And the Heat, another 3.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Sarr misses.
Well, you couldn't ask for a better look. That's one he's got to knock down.
Here's Ware on the take.
I love great defense. Just quick to establish his feet, and he takes the hit.
Personal foul.
The Wizards have gone 2 for 5 here in the first. Lets it go. Yep, it finally drops after rolling around the rim.
From Chris Middleton.
Miami has gone 3 of 3 from outside and looking sharp here in the first. A clear look for Hero. Again, the Heat score.
And Hero understands his role in this offense, and he knows when he should look to score.
Middleton passes to Sarr. Nails it from beyond the arc.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Brad, you talk about NBA length. Alex Sarr has it in spades.
So many young bigs we're seeing these days. He combines that length with some guard skills as well. That's a very intriguing package.
Kispert's checked in for Washington. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes played so far. Here's Ware. Kispert grabs a miss.
Won't see him miss that one too many times.
Yeah, it was a great look. Sometimes they don't fall. You've just got to keep taking great shots.
Knocks down the triple.
Yeah, good floor recognition from Sarr. Encouraging to see him working on his passing like this.
Hero with the bucket.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
The Heat have gone 6 of 7 and looking good. Wiggins passes to Hero. Adebayo from long range. Gets the 3 to fall. Adebayo's got 6.
Yeah, a versatile player. Hero is terrific at sensing when his guys are open. I don't know what he was thinking. Maybe settling a score with his coach?
Well, if that was one of my players, I'd think about sitting him down right away and letting him think about that one.
An aggressive move to a strong finish.
Yeah, and getting out in transition allows for some easy points before that defense is fully set. The coach loves seeing chances from that range. Work that inside area.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Earlier, I spoke with Brian Keefe. Right away, he acknowledged they're facing one of the best defensive players in the league in Bam Adebayo. He told me Bam can do it all. He can protect the rim, he can defend in isolation, he can rebound. So we have to keep our composure, be aware of his presence, and not let him dictate what we do. All right, let's send it back to you guys.
All right, appreciate it, Allie. Hero, the pass to Adebayo. The jump hook, and there are the Heat with another bucket.
And once Bam gets the ball inside, the bucket is almost guaranteed. He's a serious producer in the paint.
9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. The shot inside. Off the window. It's good. He's got 12.
I know it's early, but you have to wonder if these offenses can keep this up.
Well, you expect there to be peaks and valleys, but you've got some excellent scores on both sides.
Hero, the pass to Burks. And here's Adebayo. 4 seconds left. Foul called. Looked like the D didn't get there in time. And he'll shoot free throws. It's on Bilal Coulibaly. These are his first free throws of the game.
Wizards foul.
And the second free throw is good. Poke loose. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Robinson.
I love it. Nice activity defensively. Getting in there to disrupt the pass.
Here's Champagny. Oh, no good on the last second attempt there. Well, we've seen some great shots. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Heat.
Well, their game plan has been very effective so far. They're working the ball inside, putting constant pressure on the defense.
And we've also got to talk about those threes dropping for them. We'll see if they can keep up the momentum from long range.
Sadiq Bey out there with George. Then there's Marcus Smart, and it's Champagny at the 5. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Wizards. Pass to Larson. Here's Highsmith. Anderson inside. Anderson with a screen on George. Highsmith. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Stan, you've coached so many rookies over the years. What are some key things you like to see from a player coming into the league?
Well, look, you've got to have a guy, Brian, that's ready to compete at that level and has to bring that every night. From there, it's just all about learning. There's going to be mistakes, but you want guys who can learn and improve at a consistent rate.
Is it true that defense is the fastest way into the coach's heart?
Well, it's certainly a way to gain confidence, that's for sure.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
And about a minute gone in the second quarter. Robinson finds Hero to the paint. And finished off by Anderson.
Attacking the rim with power.
Tremendous finish. George, no good.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Here's Highsmith. And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
And it hasn't just been their stellar offense. Their defense has been effective as well.
Great example of how to build a lead and then sustain it. You win games on both ends of the floor.
Wizards trail by 15. Well, it was a tough season for the Washington Wizards, Grant. A franchise-low 15 wins.
You know, B.A., it started with trading away their star, Bradley Beal, before the season. But I like their new direction, prioritizing the future and developing talent.
Hero, no good.
I can't believe he missed that three. Regardless, that's not a shot the defense should be giving it.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Here's a great quote from Coach Eric Spoelstra, who said, "The Miami Heat culture is a system based on discipline and hard work. We stand for something. That's competition. That's winning. We feel that there's a championship DNA that you can develop." And Brian, they walk the walk.
One of the great organizations in the league, Allie. Pass to Hero from the arc. Drains the triple. Hero's got 10 points.
Yeah, absolutely no hesitation from Hero. He shoots at will from range.
And as it goes out of bounds, Washington able to keep possession.
Nice deflection there. Really trying to disrupt their offensive flow.
Yeah, there's nothing easy on offense. Coaches love seeing that kind of hustle on the defensive end.
And Grant, when you play the Wizards, you better be ready to run.
VA, they like to speed you up. They force you to play at their pace. And on the flip side, that gives you open floor opportunities as well.
Adebayo's checked in for Miami. Andrew Wiggins comes in for Robinson. Pass to Adebayo. On the wing, Burks. Here's where. Wide open look. Another miss. He's 2 for 4. Here's Poole. Out of bounds. It'll be Miami's ball.
Possession to Miami.
Robinson, he's checked in for Hero.
55. Duncan Robinson.
And it's Miami's ball.
2 minutes
They're on a 13-1 run.
2 minutes.
Pass to Adebayo. For 3. And it's Ware missing. And so it's Poole who brings up the ball for the Wizards. Trailing by 19. He can't get it to go.
I think this is a rare case of being overcommitted. He tried to go all out at the rim, and they stifled him.
Yeah, what a creative dunker Wiggins is. It's really fun watching him rise up and finish with power.
Miami leading by 21. And almost 4 minutes gone in the second quarter of play. Ware, that's good.
And this is what you want to do when you've got a big lead. You must stay aggressive.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless, building this lead in every way possible.
The teardrop, deflected. Wiggins outside, driving in, and there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Well, you know, it's already tough to play like this at home, but it's even tougher to do so on the road.
It sure is. They've certainly accepted the challenge. The trick now is to sustain this effort.
Out to the right wing. Adebayo from long range. It's rebounded by George. And for the Wizards, they're shooting just 28%. Lacking confidence on offense right now. And that one's good. Middleton.
And far from just a jump shooter, Middleton stays active and is always ready to shoot.
Wiggins with it. Poole picks him up. Oh, misses the dunk.
Trying to show off for the fans and give them their money's worth, just couldn't finish.
And that one's good. Koulibaly.
He can really read the floor. Precision pass in rhythm.
And the Heat with possession. They're on a 20-5 run. Now Burks. No made baskets yet. Wiggins for 3. It's good! It's good at the buzzer! Wow!
They already had the momentum going to...
Okay, Ali, appreciate it. And folks, we'll be back after halftime to begin the third quarter. And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. It's been a clinic out there by Bam Adebayo.
When he got good position and they got the ball to him, he was automatic.
Reminds me of the good old days. Feed it to the big and let him work.
Setting the floor for the Heat. Tyler Hero is out there with Alec Burks. Then it's Andrew Wiggins. Then it's Bam Adebayo. And it's Ware in at the 5, down low. Poole outside. And Washington again with the bucket.
Yeah, that fadeaway gave him more than enough space to get that shot on.
Here's Hero. Tipped. Poole outside. Nails it from 3. Poole's got 7.
Well, it's a three-point shooting league. Guys like him are so important for spacing.
All right, Graham, what do you think about Jordan Poole's nickname, the Pool Party?
Oh, it's very apt, right? Because when he's on, everyone is having a good time. But it also speaks to his relaxed attitude. He's out there to shoot and have fun while doing it. There's a touch of artistry to the floater. Takes feel as much as skill.
Pass to Ware. Here's the 3. Rebound Washington. And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. It's stolen away. Hero outside. Shot from the top of the key. Jump shot is good that time. He's got 14.
Clean jumper there by Hero. He really knows his shot well.
Here's George. Rebound Miami. Wiggins has got 5 rebounds tonight. Adebayo from long range. He drops it from range.
Well, that's basically a warm-up 3 for him. The defense can't allow him that caliber of attack.
Poole with the ball. Guarded by Adebayo. Back to Poole. George for 3. And another miss by Washington.
I know he's on a cold streak, but he can't let that get in his head.
Yeah, they might want to draw something up here to get him something at the rim or get him to the free throw line. Sometimes that's all it takes to snap a cold streak.
And that's out of bounds. Miami will retain possession.
Basketball.
Robinson, he's checked in for Miami. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by in the second half. Shot clock at 3. The Heat need to get one up in a hurry. Again, the Heat misses. Washington has gone 1 of 2 shooting from the perimeter since halftime. The Heat have gone 4 of 9 in the third quarter. Grant, there's a huge difference between talent on paper versus winning.
You're right, B.A., and it comes down to coaching, chemistry, and sacrifice. But I think the biggest thing is effort. All things being equal, the team that plays the hardest is going to win.
Here's Hero. Ooh, now 7 for 9 after that make.
Yeah, this is how you finish off the fast break. Hero, great at taking initiative in these situations.
Got it.
Assisted buckets. Every team wants them. They show you're running effective team offense.
Pass to Adebayo. Here's Ware. All alone. Sarr pulls it in. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third. Adebayo with the rejection.
What a menacing swat by Bam, letting them know there are no easy shots when he's around.
Ware. Robinson with it. Burks with it. Guarded now by George. Pass to Robinson. Let's go with a 3. Good! And the assist goes to Adebayo. Robinson's got his first 3 points of the game. And for the Wizards, they're shooting 44% since the third quarter got underway. Well, Grant, the Miami Heat are as professionally run as any franchise in this league.
Yeah, and certain numbers point to that. They minimize turnovers, they don't commit cheap fouls, and they hit their free throws. So, in other words, they don't give anything away.
Champagny, he's checked in for Washington. Sadiq Bey comes in for George. Pass to Larson. This one for 3. And again, it's Miami from deep.
It's those kind of passes that bring up the entire team's confidence.
Here's Poole. Sinks that one. Now shooting 5 of 10 and looking sharp.
Yeah, this is when they need to lean on him more. Get him the ball and let him build some momentum.
Outside Robinson. Pass to Larson from the top of the key. And he wills that one in, sinking it right through the back of the iron. Larson's got 5 points.
Unselfish basketball. That's what coaches love to see.
Poole outside. Out left to the wing. Misses from close range. And so it's the Miami Heat building a mountain of a lead, up 31 points as this quarter concludes. And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. We've got Sadiq Bey, and it's Gill in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the 5 on the floor for the Wizards. Back to Smart. Soft touch off the glass.
Getting the ball and taking his shot, Smart makes it look almost effortless.
Snatched away. Now the Wizards in transition. Here's Gill. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And for the Heat, they're shooting an insane 65%. Just terrific.
It's just a bad foul. Gotta be smarter than this.
And the Wizards making a change here. Holmes is checked in. Here's Anderson. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. And a chance for a moment to check out the scoring breakdown for Miami.
Well, their passing has been just exceptional, and it's opened up the floor for them on numerous occasions.
Yeah, the other thing they're doing is absolutely scorching the net. Red hot from outside all game long. Coach is loving the ball movement.
Here's Mitchell. Screen by Robinson. Fires the 3. Hits the trifecta.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
Out to the wing. Here's Larson. No good on the triple. And so Smart will bring it up for Washington. Oh, it's stolen. Mitchell with the ball. Guarded now by Smart. Anderson for 3. Offensive rebound. Second chance shot. Count the basket.
Terrific ball movement leading to the basket. You love to see it.
The 3. Champagny, that's good.
A great decision from Smart. He's all about doing what's best for the team.
Over to the wing. Here's Highsmith. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
Second person.
Sean Holmes picks one up. He misses the free throw. And we all know about Stan the analyst and Stan the coach. But when you played in college, what was your game like, Stan?
Hey, Brian. I had the game that would get you beat as a coach. I will say my greatest strength was this. I was never once accused of overpassing.
The black hole. That is Stan Van Gundy. Outside Love. Pass to Highsmith. And again, no good by Miami. The Wizards have gotten 5 of 6 shots to go in the 4th. Yep, that one goes.
Well, anytime you can get a good look close in like that, it's always your best option.
The drive by Mitchell. Robinson finds some space. True on the 14-footer.
You really have to question the defensive effort on that possession.
Yeah, I got to agree. Their defensive commitment's got to be a lot better.
Poole shot is off.
Well, you got to miss sometimes, but that one seemed like a gimme.
Second shot opportunity, and the layup is up and in.
Yeah, secures the ball off the glass. Does a nice job going right back up.
And it's Highsmith missing.
Defensive breakdown there, and they got lucky. He's not going to miss too many of those.
2 minutes. 2 minutes remaining in the 4th quarter.
The Heat have gotten 3 of 7 attempts in this 4th quarter to fall. Here's Love. That one's good. Mitchell making the play. 1:52 left in the 4th quarter. Middleton, a good look. And it falls all over the rim and in.
You know, and with a rare combination of length and shooting, Chris Middleton is a bucket.
So for Miami, Jaquez comes in for Highsmith, and it's Rozier in for Robinson.
Heat substitution. Jaquez.
A minute 42 left in the 4th. Rozier outside. Inside. Here's Larson. Here's Love. Rebound by Middleton. Middleton's got his 4th rebound in this one.
It's safe to say they have dominated this game. The game wasn't even as close as the score says in a great win for the Heat.
And everything seemed to go their way today. They were firing on all cylinders, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., this was the kind of performance you relish as a player. Just a very impressive win.
And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for Tyler Hero.
Yeah, you know, he was a man on a mission in this one. The defense had absolutely no answers for him tonight.
Shooting for Miami.
Good on both. 59 seconds left in the 4th quarter. George for 3. Miami grabs the miss. And here's Mitchell. Pass to Jaquez. Launches it. And it's Coulibaly with a rebound. And here's Washington. For three, George. That one no good.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. You just missed it.
And again, no good by Miami.
Yeah, you expect him to make those. Good luck. Just couldn't find the mark.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Here's Poole. The shot from the low post is good.
Oh, what a crafty move, causing the defender to pause right there.
There's 18 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. No need to shoot. This one is done.
Yes, they've got to be happy with tonight's effort.
Foul called on Jordan Poole. Second personal foul.
That one's off.
Shooting for Miami.
And he's good on the second. Stolen by Mitchell. From deep. Nails it from beyond the arc.
Yeah, they blocked out the noise, blocked out the distractions, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
It is always a special feeling winning on the road. The degree of difficulty adding to that sense of accomplishment.
So no problem for Miami as they get the win. This one wasn't even close. The hometown crowd. Thanks, Allie. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it.
their big men. I think it's going to be physical and highly intensified.
So Miami will get the first possession. Adebayo kicks to Ware. Shoots over Vucevic. Ware, no good. And Vucevic has got the ball here for the Bulls. The shot by Buzelis, no good. Outside, Hero. Pass to Wiggins. Adebayo with this screen on White. Hero, that's a two-pointer. From the top of the key, he buries it.
Nice effort taking the early lead. Here we go.
Take a nice deep breath. You score on that first possession. Gets the game started the right way.
The shot by Buzelis, no good. You know, Brent, when you wonder why GMs take a risk on project big men, Bam Adebayo is an example of why they do just that.
Yeah, Kevin, it's not always about the project working out. It's about teams that have a plan for the project. And certainly Miami was able to do that. And you have to credit Bam. He put the work in. The guy has been solid. He's an all-star. He's continuing to improve, and he gives you everything on both ends of the floor every night.
The Bulls shooting their first free throw of the contest.
And last season, as a team, they knocked down 79% of their free throws, so those are numbers you'll be happy with.
The Bulls have gone 1 of 3 for the field to start this one so far. Vucevic setting the pick for Buzelis. A three-pointer is right on target. Buzelis has got 6.
From way back, Buzelis already flashing range as a rookie.
Doesn't get it to drop for him. Chicago has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Oh, Vucevic in position. Pass to Buzelis. For the 3. And Ware pulls it down.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the 3.
Watch out when Adebayo gets vertical. That's a big Bam.
Vucevic. And that comes off the assist by Giddey.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Here's Hero. It's good, only a few seconds into the shot clock.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, right now I don't see any let up. I think he's going to just keep putting his foot on that gas pedal tonight.
Giddey with it, and Burks picks him up defensively. Buzelis, no one around him. And the Bulls, another 3.
Oh, smart pass there, setting up Buzelis in a position to cash in.
And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there.
That's a jump ball.
And Miami has possession. White against Adebayo. Over White. Again, the Heat good for 2.
Bam Adebayo so efficient right there. He picks a smart shot that fits his skill set.
And Brent, if the super team era is indeed coming to a close, the Miami Heat were one of the most successful examples.
Yeah, Kevin, you're obviously referring to the Heatles with LeBron James, Dwayne Wade, and Chris Bosh. I think there are some fans out there that go back to when it was that they had that press conference and were throwing up 6, 7, 8. And so 2 titles, yes, of course, amazing. Chances to win championships, amazing. Could there have been more? Possibly.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sideline. You got for us, DA?
Hey, Kevin, we all know about what Heat culture means. Bam Adebayo says we share the ball, play together, and we know where the shots are going to come from. We're just blessed to have a team like this. Everybody buys in, everybody competes, and everybody wants to get the job done. Kevin, back to you.
They've got great chemistry. Thanks, David. To the middle. Here's Ware. The shot is good. It's his second bucket in 5 tries.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Into the lane. Pass to Giddey. Beyond the arc. And it's Miami with the rebound. On the wing, Wiggins. He's covered by Ball. Burks the pass to Ware. In the corner, it's Wiggins. He nails it, and we're tied up.
Getting Wiggins something in the catch and shoot. This is good offense and keeps him in a good rhythm.
And so it's Giddey with it. He brings it up for the Chicago Bulls. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. There's the screen. Here's Buzelis. Pass to Vucevic. Fires from way outside. White.
Oh, great timing. He is one tough customer on that offensive glass.
You know, it's like he has a sixth sense of where that rebound is going. Well, it's been a high-scoring competitive game through the first quarter of play. The Bulls on top. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Bulls.
They look to fire as much as possible from outside the arc, and so far they are hitting at a high clip.
Well, not only that, but you love how unselfish they've been to start this game. That's going to get all the guys in a great flow and feeling good. So moving that ball around and scoring off assists, it's a nice way to play.
On the court for the Heat, we've got Hero. Robinson is out there with Anderson. Then there's Kevin Love, and it's Larson in at the 2-guard spot. The kick out to Williams. And the 3 off target. The Heat with the lead. Anderson passes to Love. Launches it. It's rebounded by Giddey. Chicago's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Miami's gone 1-2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Hero passes to Love. Trying to find Hero. He gets it to him. Here's Larson. Defended by Jones. Larson, no good. Bulls have gone 0-4 in the second quarter. Obviously, that needs to change. Williams for 3. That's good. And so Giddey with the assist. Giddey's got 3 assists in the game. Brent, some early success for Josh Giddey in the NBA. When you look at his game, what do you like most?
I love the vision, Kevin. This guy is one of the most creative passers that the NBA has and is willing to take some risks. And the reason he does that is he has confidence in his teammates. But that vision by Josh Giddey is something special.
Vucevic checked in for Chicago. Lonzo Ball comes in for Dosunmu.
And Giddey just that sixth sense to find the open man.
The Heat trail by 5. Hero, that's a 2-pointer. And again, it's the Heat missing. Giddey with it, and Burks picks him up defensively. Here's Vucevic. They get the rebound. Jones kicks to Giddey. The kick out to Ball. Just 5 on the clock. Giddey the pass to Ball. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. For Miami, they've gone 1 of 6 from the field in the second quarter. It's been a rough period so far. Here's Burks. Again, the miss by the Heat. Bulls leading by 5. Jones, no one around him. Connects from 3-point range. Jones has got his first 3 points of the game. There's Hero with the 3. It's all in by the Bulls. Giddey's got his 6th rebound on the night. Ball with a wide open look. And again, it's the Bulls from deep.
And they are starting to pull away here as the shots continue to fall.
Start to feel their confidence. That's the difference between the success they're having now and the struggles they faced earlier.
Anderson outside. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
And providing the support, boy, they need it. That stops a 12-0 run by the Bulls.
Chicago making some changes. Buzelis comes in for Williams. And it's Kobe White in for Josh Giddey. Bam Adebayo is checked in for Miami. Andrew Wiggins comes in for Hero. Pass to Buzelis. Jones from outside. It's hauled in by Bam Adebayo. Adebayo's got 4 rebounds now tonight. On its way from Burks for 2. Miami no good on that time either.
Oh, can't punish the defense for leaving him open that time. That's a frustrating miss for a really steady jump shooter. Ooh, he missed an easy chance to put some points on the board. He won't get a much better look at that kind of shot again here probably tonight.
A nice shot by Anderson.
And there is some intelligence behind the passing of Adebayo. Not flashy, but making smart ones.
White, wide open. He fires. No good on the triple. The Heat trail by 6. Burks for 3. Good on the three-point shot. Burks has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand in the face.
It's up a 3, and there's Buzelis on the assist by Jones. 14 points for Buzelis. Baseline jumper. That shot, no good. Chicago leading by 6. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Jones from outside. And the Bulls, another 3.
Trey Jones.
Miami's gone 2 of 4 from three-point range so far in the second quarter. Burks with it. Anderson outside. Just 5 to shoot. Three-pointer. That shot off the mark. That'll do it for the first half. Bulls lead by 9. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it. All right, David, thank you, and stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started. And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. It's been one outstanding game from Manas Buzelis.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, this is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
We've got Buzelis, Lonzo Ball out there with Kobe White. Then it's Josh Giddey, and it's Vucevic in at the 5 spot. That's Billy Donovan's 5 as we get going here in the second half. Hero kicks to Burks. And the 3 ball is good. Burks has got the first field goal of the second half for the Heat. Hey, Bones, what do you think is a part of the game that some casual fans don't really understand that well?
Well, Kevin, outside of the contest right here in front of us, let's think about the long schedule that teams are dealing with. How many times the coaches employ different lineups and strategies so that by the end of the year, they have optionality in what they can do on the floor.
The shot by Adebayo, no good.
That's a shocker there. Did not expect him to miss from that range. He's got to be shooting close to 60% from there.
And here's Hero. He'll bring it up for the Heat. They haven't given up any points here in the second half. That one goes. Count it.
And that time, Tyler Hero just so quick on the pull-up. Defense could not recover.
Here's Buzelis. Misses the 3. The Heat trail by 4. Fires for 3. It's rebounded by Giddey. Giddey's got 8 rebounds in this game. Well, Brent, since entering the NBA, Tyler Hero has been a constant scoring threat.
Yeah, Kevin, the scoring for Tyler Hero is always going to be there. He is a bucket, but the defensive improvement and really just the physicality that he needs to play with. Those are areas that Tyler could shore up a little bit to make sure he's on the floor for some of the biggest moments of a season.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Kevin, thanks. Bam Adebayo talked about how his mentality has evolved over his career. He said, shoot the ball. I feel like that's been my evolution. It sounds very simple. But I came into this league as a defender. I feel like the progression's been shoot the ball, worry about everything else later. Kevin?
Certainly, DA is a two-way threat. Unloads from 13, and he gets that one to go off the front iron. Hero's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Hero can beat his opponents from all over the floor. He can get that shot off so quick.
Right wing. Here's Buzelis, and the Bulls another 3.
Bottom line, you need shooters on your team who can space the floor.
No, there's no doubt. He's a legitimate threat from downtown, and he's demonstrating that in this game.
And now only one away from being in the penalty.
Williams, he's checked in for Bruce Ellis. And Miami with a change here, too. Duncan Robinson, he's checked in for Andrew Wiggins. Bulls leading by 6. Giddey, no one around him. The shot's good on the assist by Vucevic. Giddey's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Deep 2 from Robinson. Miami no good on that time either. The Bulls have gone 3 of 8 so far in the third quarter, looking to lock in that rhythm. Ball no good. The Heat trail by 9. Burks on the wing. Here's Ware. 6 points for him. Off the mark with the outside fadeaway.
Not a way to get out of a funk. He needs to be looking for good, solid, more efficient shots. Not the wild one he took there.
Miami's gone 1 of 4 in 3-point shots here in the third.
And hard to decide which was better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
Oh, there's no wrong answer. Sensational alley ball with the bucket.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Maybe trying to find a little bit more space and ball movement to get guys open at the three-point line.
Spins. Out to White. From the arc, it's Adebayo with the rebound. The Heat trail by 10. Robinson for 3. And it's White with the rebound.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Ball from long range. They get it back. The kick out to Williams. From outside the arc, Miami grabs the miss. Ware's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Hero passes to Robinson. You've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Pass to Adebayo. Knocks down the 3-ball. Adebayo's got it back down to single digits for the Heat.
Man, bigs like Adebayo got to drain shots to keep the defense honest. Nice to see him working on that part of it.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line. And I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
Puts the move on. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good.
One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock.
And so it's Chicago in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. And the three-point shot has been big for them. Back to the action in just a minute. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the 2-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or 2 when he needs to.
Even though the position is called shooting guard, passing part of your responsibilities in today's game.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th and final quarter. On the floor for Miami starting the 4th. They've got Robinson, and it's Jovic in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
That's his game right there. Robinson, one of the more deadly shooters in the NBA.
Williams finds Jones. Williams sends a screen for Jones. Lets it go with the 3. Miami grabs the miss. Pass to Larson. Hero against Jones. Hero no good.
Sometimes you just have an off night, guys, and that's what we've seen so far.
Outside, Jones. Williams for 3. Highsmith grabs the miss. And here's Hero. He'll bring it up for the Miami Heat. Here in the 4th quarter, their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets. Here's Larson. And a miss there on the triple. Chicago leading by 5. Outside, ball. Offensive rebound. Jones kicks to Williams. And again, no good by Chicago. Miami's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the 4th quarter. Larson, no good. The Bulls have gone 0-6 in the fourth quarter. Disastrous start to the period. Here's Vucevic. The kick out to Ball. Jones from outside. And he's good on the three ball. And the Bulls lead by 8.
That's a shot he's going to bury, especially when left open.
Here's Jovic. The shot that time, not on target. Great D that time from Vucevic. Here's White. That's in, coming off an assist from Jones. White's got the lead up to 11 now for the Bulls. Knocked loose and stolen by White. Jones kicks to Vucevic. Jones sets the pick for Williams. That 3 off the mark.
You know, he's usually very reliable from out there, but tonight it's just not going down.
Miami again turning it over.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Chicago making some changes. Bruce Ellis is checked in for Patrick Williams. And Josh Giddey's subbed in for Trey Jones.
And they've got to keep him off the glass. For a little guy, he can be a handful on the offensive boards if you're not aware of it.
The Bulls leading by 13. Giddey finds Ball. Oh, Giddey in position. Burks the pass to Wiggins. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
The length of Wiggins helping him out there, able to stretch it up on the inside and find a shot.
And out of bounds as the Heat gain possession.
Heat ball.
Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Ware kicks to Adebayo. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
No hesitation from Adebayo there. Had to love seeing him taking this shot with confidence.
Here's Giddey. Kept alive. Takes a 3. Hits it from three-point range. Giddey's got 9 points now in just the second half.
Defensively, you can't afford to give him that kind of look, especially down this many points.
Teachable moment there. Lapses like this are backbreakers. Just not sure if he ran out of energy at halftime or what, but so far just not himself in the second half.
Guys, I think this is a game they have to feel good about as we wind through the final moments here in what looks to be a solid win for the Bulls.
The sheer volume of three-pointers was the deciding factor tonight, it seems.
Yeah, they sink one and then do it again, and that strategy did work.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Josh Giddey.
And the way he was able to dice up their D with his passing really made things easy for everyone else on his team.
Here's Burks. Pass to Adebayo. Over Buzelis. Second chance shot. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Buzelis.
It's going to go on Buzelis.
Adebayo is by no means an ordinary big in this league. He's just one of the few players in the NBA who can legitimately guard 1 through 5. A true defensive anchor. You know, the team's struggling to come back. He really wanted all of those free throws.
Saw the opportunity to put this away, and you could see the killer instinct take over.
Yeah, up until that point, a competitive game, but once they broke through that barrier, it was all them. Complete control.
From deep, Collins. He's off on that one. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, made the difference.
Yeah, and the first...
it's going to be the Bulls off the tip. And now the Washington Wizards starters. Chris Middleton is out there with George. Then there's Sarr, then it's Jordan Poole, and it's Coulibaly in at the shooting guard position. Richard, when it comes to the Bulls, they have one of the most committed fan bases in the league.
Yeah, the Chicago fans are for real. The Bulls are routinely at the top of the list for total attendance. Even on the road, there are usually Bulls fans sprinkled in every crowd.
Middleton passes to Sarr. Back to Middleton. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot two. That one on Giddey.
I like this from Middleton, using his height inside to generate points.
That one misses. Chicago has gone 0 for 2 from outside. White. Pass to Buzelis. Beyond the arc. Nails it from 3.
And with a smooth shot like that, I expect Buzelis to hit a ton of three-pointers during his career.
Poole left side. Now here's George. Pounded by Ball. And up the court come the Bulls on the break. Pass to Giddey. Three-pointer. And it's Coulibaly with a rebound. It's Middleton on the wing. Pounded by Ball.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Sends it home from three-point land. Buzelis has got 6 points.
Such a good facilitator. Ball has nice touch on that pass.
Buzelis grabs the board. The Bulls have gone 2 for 5 here in the first. From Pete Giddey. Can't hit that one. Some solid defense from Coulibaly. Middleton passes to Poole. Now here's George. And George with the jam. Here in the first quarter, with about 2 minutes gone by, let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Just a bit ago, Billy Donovan and I were able to chat. I talked with him about how he's approaching matching up with Jordan Poole tonight, and he said to make sure we don't lose him on defense, we have to talk and we have to know where he is. Expects his team to be very active and talkative here tonight. Guys.
And Allie, thank you for that.
Yeah, that's a shame, because I'm not sure the defense will let him get a shot that good again very soon.
Pass to Buzelis. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. It's Giddey on the wing. Shot clock at 6. The Bulls need to get off a shot.
That's the type of move that you see in a dunk contest.
Takes great confidence to alley-oop to yourself.
Sure does.
Washington has gone 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. Now here's Coulibaly. He's guarded by White. Poole against Ball. To the wing on the left. Here's Sarr. Just 4 to shoot. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
Big man coming through. I love seeing Sarr punch it home like this.
Here's White. The kick out to Ball. Off target from outside.
Man, that's his shot. Maybe he was too wide open.
Here's Coulibaly. Takes it in.
Oh,
wow! Just incredible!
That is a monster finish.
You know, if his shot isn't available, Middleton is moving the ball, and he's a pretty skilled passer.
Here's Buzelis. And no good. The 3. Counted from distance. Coulibaly's got 5 now.
Slow defensive rotation causing a breakdown along the perimeter.
Three-pointer, Vucevic. That one falls. Nice feed that time from Giddey.
You gotta love the response by Vucevic. That's how you get your revenge.
Poole, the pass to Sarr. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
And just shredding apart the defense with his passing. He's helping to pace this offense so well.
He's locked in with his teammates right now, setting guys up in perfect position.
And Giddey has got the ball here for Chicago. Trailing by 4. Puts up a 3. And it's Poole with a rebound.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
Great open look there. Give him 8 points now.
I mean, the versatility of Middleton. Not just a scorer, also a solid passer and distributor.
Really left him alone that time.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Poole outside. And the layup is good off the glass.
Getting enough shots in close to play inside out.
Got it up. Doesn't go for him. And so it's the Washington Wizards with a 6-point lead at the close. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. All right, let's quickly break down the game and what we've seen so far from the Wizards, guys.
You can really see the strategy coming in. Get the ball into the painted area.
And let me tell you, when you establish a physical edge, it gives you a mental edge, too.
They've got Trey Jones, Josh Giddey out there with Williams. Then there's Ayo Dosunmu, and it's Smith in at the center, locking down the middle. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. Wizards leading by 6. George passes to Holmes. Kispert up top. He's covered by Dosunmu. Back to Kispert. The Wizards need to get off a shot here. Here's Smart. And he starts out with a miss in this one.
See, that miss right there, it's why teams try to avoid the mid-range jumper these days.
Pass to Smith. The 3 ball. It's rebounded by Washington. Here's the break. And that's a foul called on Rashawn Holmes. That's his first foul.
And great job to establish position and square up.
Champagny, he's checked in for Washington. Grant, when you talk about consistency and officiating game to game, you think there's room for improvement?
You know, I do think so. I mean, they're allowing more contact, but overall, more clarity on what constitutes legal guarding position could help players and officials.
And what kind of defense was that? You can't give up wide open threes like that. What are you doing?
Stolen by Giddey. Here's Williams. Vucevic, he's checked in for Chicago. Lonzo Ball comes in for Dosunmu. And a change for the Wizards. Bay, he's checked in for George. Williams from long range. He buries it from 3. Williams has got 6.
Well-designed inbounds play. It's an art.
Smart looking around. Pass to Champagny. Here's Bay. 6 to shoot. And the dunk by Bay.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
And you can feel the jolt of energy that he sent through his team. That is a huge boost in a tight game like this.
So for Washington, Sars checked in for Champagny. And Middleton subbed in for Bay. For Washington, they've gone just 1 of 3 to begin the second quarter. 3-pointer is up. Middleton sinks it from distance. Now it's a 5-point Wizard lead.
Now, if you're the defense, you can't allow Middleton to heat up out there. I mean, he can be so efficient from long range.
And the foul on the shot. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. That free throw good from Giddey for Chicago. Buzelis comes in for Williams. And it's Kobe White in for Jones. Bay, he's checked in for Washington. And here in the second quarter of action, just a hair under 2.5 minutes played. Ball against Smart. And that one's good. Middleton. He's got 6.
With how well he shoots it, you can forget Middleton is 6'7". That size and high release point helps him close in.
Pass to Carrington. Oh, deflected. Back to Middleton. 6 on the shot clock. From outside the arc. Rebound by the Bulls.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Here's Buzelis. He's got 9. To the middle. And here's the fast break. Three-pointer. Shot's good by Carrington. All right, let's take a look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Wizards.
From the very start of this game, they have been giving the ball handlers trouble, using good pressure to force turnovers and get steals.
Something else that stands out is how they've gotten out in transition. Their speed has kept the defense on their heels.
Outside White. Oh, there's the shot clock violation. So they'll turn it over. The Bulls making a switch here. Jones is checked in. The Wizards making a switch here. There's a minute 17 left in the first half. Poole against Jones. Poole work in the interior.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Yeah, they're going to do a much better job of putting a little bit of pressure on him on his way to the hoop.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Buzelis. 56 seconds left in the second quarter. They retain possession. Middleton from the outside. And the officials call the over the back. A little too aggressive there.
At least the over-the-back call comes from playing hard. But you'd like to see him get better position.
Yeah, I always saw that as an effort foul. If it happens once, coaches usually let it slide. You just don't want to make it a habit.
Here's Buzelis. 9 points in the game. Ball, a screen on Poole. Shot clock at 5. Jones from outside. And it's Coulibaly with a rebound. And Washington with possession. It's a 12-2 run here. Good pace. Pass to Sarr. The three ball. Buzelis grabs the board. Poole against Jones. Here's Buzelis. Wing shot on the way. Oh, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. And so it's Washington ending the quarter up 10. What has them in front right now, by and large, they're taking great shots. Back to the game after this break.
And get ready for the fan half-court shots.
And we've got third quarter basketball here. 2 quarters in the books. And it's Washington with the ball. 10-point lead. This is their biggest of the game. Checking out the group for Brian Keefe to start the second half. George out there with Chris Middleton. Then it's Jordan Poole. Then there's Sarr. And it's Coulibaly in at the 2 spot.
Yeah, as good as anyone on the catch and shoot, Middleton deposits another J.
White for 3. Yes, sir. And it's Ball with the assist that time. Ball's got 3 assists now in this one.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Poole against Ball. From deep, Sarr drills it from deep. Sarr's got 7 points in the game.
If that jumper can become a consistent option for Sarr, he's going to be a dangerous player in this league.
Giddey uses the glass on the layup.
A great move. I mean, the defense has no response.
Yeah, taking it right to the rim. One imagines that might be discussed at halftime. That's going to be unfair. And that's how you lead a team. Literally.
Knocked loose. And Bilal Coulibaly picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
Second personal foul. First team foul.
Ball against Poole. Outside Giddey. Launches a 3. Another 3 for Chicago.
Sometimes it's simple. Put the ball in the hands of your scorers and let them do what they do best.
Outside Coulibaly. Pass to Middleton. And there's the foul. It's on Kobe White. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Just over a minute and a half played in the third. Now Middleton. 9 points in the game. 5 on the clock. George, good.
Not only is Sarr a willing passer, he's a very skilled passer as well.
Here's Buzelis. George defending. Pass to Vucevic. Now here's Ball. Back to Vucevic. Yes, sir, and it's Ball with the assist that time. He's got 5.
On the interior, Vucevic, this man has so many moves to account for.
RJ, when you talk about Vucevic, is he the best NBA player?
Powerful.
Yes!
Wow, that type of finish is just deflating right now for a team that's trying to make a comeback.
Ouch. That's certainly a big-time finish right there. It was one big exclamation point, or maybe even a question mark. And the whistle blows on a backcourt violation, but over and back. Williams is checked in for Chicago. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Vucevic, the pass to Williams. Picked by Vucevic. From deep. It's rebounded by George.
Just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
The NBA is focused on the next generation. Commissioner Adam Silver said a lot of top draft picks are incredibly skilled, but that doesn't necessarily translate to being team basketball players. There's an opportunity for us to be more active participants in developing younger players and getting kids active. BA?
One step ahead, Allie. Thanks. Here's Giddey. The kick out to White. 4-3. Outside, Williams. Vucevic, a screen on George. Pass to Vucevic. 6 to shoot. Tries again. And it's good on the lay-in. Vucevic has got 7 points in the game.
No settling for an outside shot there. They went right to the hoop.
Kispert outside. Poole, a screen on Ball. Oh, the shot no good by Kispert. Bulls trail by 11. Here's White. Pass to Vucevic. Driving to the basket. Outside Giddey. The 3 from Ball. That shot off the mark. Washington has gotten all 3 from downtown so far in the second half. Kispert with the ball. And it's Giddey picking him up. Here's Carrington. Now Kispert. George outside. Fires for 3. Williams grabs the board. For Chicago, they've gone 6 for 9 in the half. Giddey passes to White. Outside, Williams. And there's a pick. It's good. And the assist that time from Ball. 9 points in the game.
They're behind right now, but you can't pin the blame on this guy. Nope, he's got to get some more help from somebody on his team. Help him. Help that man.
And so it's Washington. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And from the 2-guard spot, an unselfish play like this sets a fantastic tone.
And from the team perspective, having your off-guard rip-off passes like that, it's awesome. It shows you have guys willing to give up the rock.
Fourth quarter action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Williams and Vucevic are inside. Kobe White out there with Trey Jones. And it's Ball in at the 3. That's the 5 out there for the Bulls. Nice open look, but it's no good.
He had more than enough room to hit that. Just couldn't make it happen.
Pass to Champagny. The 3. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Vucevic has got rebound number 5 here tonight. And Marcus Smart picks up the foul. That's his first foul of the game. Herter's checked in for White. And a change for the Wizards. Holmes is checked in. Herter from long range. And Holmes pulls it down. Wizards leading by 8. Here's Champagny. On target from range.
Woo! That man is laser focused. Now, that's bad defense for a team that has a long way to go to catch up.
Effort like this makes you wonder if they've already packed it in for the game, ready to go on to the next. Gotta at least show a little heart out here.
And so it's Smart who brings up the ball for Washington. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong. No baskets allowed.
You can't leave someone open when Smart is running his team because he will find that mistake.
And Ball gets it to go.
Making the floater look this smooth is not as easy as it looks. It's a challenging shot.
Smart on the drive. Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. Lets it go from deep. And it's cleared by Vucevic. Vucevic has got 6 rebounds now in the game. And Marcus Smart picks up the foul. That'll be a second foul of the game.
Second personal foul. Second team foul.
Outside Herder. The 3 is up. The kick out to Ball. Outside Jones. Driving inside. Pass to Vucevic. Ball with it. Clock at 4. Goes back up. And it's good on the layup.
Selfless player. Vucevic finding his man all alone.
Wizards leading by 10. Here's Herder. Just under 2.5 minutes gone by now in the final quarter. Ball passes to Herder. The kick out to Ball. Just 2 to shoot. And stolen by Bay. Well, the defender stopping the developing fast break. That looks like a transition take foul. And let's take a moment to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for the Wizards.
Oh, they've done a lot of damage in transition. Every time they see a chance to push the tempo, they're gone.
And they've also been so active defensively, getting deflections, forcing turnovers, and scoring off of them.
So Washington ends up going with a new group. Middleton outside. George a screen on Giddey. 3-pointer is up. Middleton buries it from 3. And the Wizards lead by 14.
You know, and with a rare combination of length and shooting, Chris Middleton is a bucket.
Oh, wasted no time on that one.
And this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Pass to Poole. Takes a 3. No luck on that one. Chicago has gone 1 for 5 shooting from the arc here in the fourth. To the inside, Collins. And with that one, the deficit trimmed to single digits.
Nice feed inside. Saw the play develop and hit him right when he needed to.
Washington leading by 9. It's Middleton on the wing. Knocks down the long J. Middleton's got 6 here in the quarter.
And this is how he shines. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
Yeah, you got to know where he is at all times, especially when he's roaming around the perimeter ready to fire.
The Wizards have gone 4 of 7 from the field in the fourth quarter. Here's George, and he's going for the oop here. Hammers the lob through.
Barring a miracle comeback, this one is wrapped up. They were able to control the tempo and flow of the game, and it will end in a victory for the Wizards.
Man, they were in a groove from long range tonight.
Yeah, they were able to find space, and they were ready to let it fly the moment they saw an opening.
And even the opposing fans can't deny this was a sensational game for Chris Middleton.
He did a great job following his team's game plan and not rushing anything on offense, which allowed him to catch fire.
Herder's checked in for White. And the Wizards making a change here as well. Kispert's checked in for George. The kick out to Ball. Puts up a 3. Hits a 3-pointer.
3 points. Lonzo Ball.
And they're so close to putting this game away.
Yeah, B.A., you don't have to do anything crazy. Just run the clock and don't turn it over.
Buzelis grabs the board.
I hate to say it, but I'm pretty sure we can close the book on this one.
Yeah, they fought as hard as they could. Just wasn't in the cards tonight.
The 3 from Ball. Fires the 3. They get it back. Herder gets the bucket. Kispert outside. A 3 from the inbound. Misses the shot, and so it's Washington with the W. Just a gutsy performance on the road.
It really was. When this one was up in the air late, they showed how
in at the 1. And for the Heat, Adebayo is out there with Wiggins. Then there's Alec Burks. Then it's Tyler Hero. And it's Ware in at the 5. Kicks it out to Hero. Back to Adebayo. The shot, no good. Pass to Koulibaly. Outside, George. Hero against Poole. 5 on the clock. Here's Middleton. Shot from 16. And it's Miami with the rebound. Floats one. And Hero with the layup. Hero's got the opening field goal of the game for the Heat.
Oh, high effort play by Hero. Running the floor to finish the fast break strong. Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Here's Hero. Kicks it out to Wiggins. Sinks the triple.
Well, right now, Andrew Wiggins understanding in the catch and shoot, they can't guard him.
And Dwayne Wade is the first Heat player to be honored with a statue. And Greg, that's pretty significant for a very successful franchise.
And Kevin, well-deserved, right? D-Wade, the best player in franchise history. He helped bring 3 championships to the city. Plus, he's already got a street named after him.
Here's Hero following the bucket by the Wizards. And a wide open look here for Wiggins. And he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
And the lift Wiggins gets on his jumper makes it almost unguardable.
Poole, no good. For Miami, they've gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. And he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Now, here's Wiggins. Lays it up and banks it in. Wiggins has got 7 points.
Well, this guy can do it anytime he wants. Andrew Wiggins with broad shoulders to carry the load there.
And Poole gets it to go.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Well, I was able to catch up with Eric Spoelstra a few minutes ago. The two of us talked about how important it is to make sure Chris Middleton doesn't get going. Coach said he's an all-star caliber player for a reason. Now, I told our guys to make sure we know where he is on the floor at all times. Now, it sounds like they respect and are aware just how impactful Middleton can be. Back to you, Dave.
Thank you, David. Kisper's checked in for George. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here.
And last season's numbers show him at about an 83% clip, which is far better than most.
Now, Hero. Puts it up for Adebayo. Stolen by Middleton. Oh, and a fast break for the Wizards. And Koulibaly gets it to go.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Going right to the rim, which is where you want transition opportunities to end.
Here's Adebayo. Nothing on the board. Wiggins sets a screen for Hero. And he makes good on the layup.
Oh, and the touch on the interior. Hero can hit jumpers as well as capitalize in close.
That one falls. He has 7.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Ware kicks to Adebayo. Up top, Hero. Guarded by Poole. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Charity stripe shot. Hero, no good. For Washington, they've gotten 6 of 11 shots to go down so far. Pretty nice shooting. He takes it in. Pass to Poole. Sarr sets the screen for Poole. From deep. Sarr's shot is off. Miami trailing. Here's the screen. Hero passes to Adebayo. Here's the teardrop. Heat moving the ball around. Burks for three. That one falls coming off Adebayo's feet.
Well, Burks is a lethal three-point threat. This guy has such an effortless shooting stroke.
This one for three. It's Adebayo with the rebound. And Tyler Hero gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
Substitution on the court.
6 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Poole, no good. And that concludes a back-and-forth high-scoring first quarter of play. Heat lead by 2. Live from my... And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for Miami.
So far, they've moved the ball well, leading to open, high-percentage looks. Lots of assists in this one.
I think the other thing they've done a great job of is making their presence felt inside, converting tons of paint opportunities.
Taking a look at the Wizards. They've got Kispert. Also, George out there. And it's Smart in at the 1 spot. 5 to shoot. And Jovic gets it to go. And Greg, you talk about toughness, a compete factor. How does a team create that culture?
Call it critical mass. When you have the entire organization and enough players committed to that kind of effort, everyone has to meet that level.
Go into the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, gotta chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
Yeah, and give him credit for taking advantage. In a close game, those are the types of plays that can swing things in your direction.
And this guy is a game hero, embraces any chance he can to draw a foul while taking a shot.
And Miami making a change here. Highsmith is checked in, and a switcher also for Washington. Bays checked in for Kispert.
You want to contest this guy's shot, but you absolutely don't want to send him to the line. He will make you pay.
And we've played just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. Anderson outside, launches a three, hands it from downtown. Anderson's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Wow, you don't see him left alone very often, and of course, he makes good use of it.
To Champagny. The shot's good on the assist by George.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
So both teams changing it up here. And the foul called on Alex Song. That's his first foul.
Second team foul.
Hero against Smart. Hero kicks to Ware. And Sarr pulls it down.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
I think expect them to go back to it because that's the kind of shot this offense is designed to generate.
Bay into the lane. That gives them the lead. Bay's got the lead up to 2 now for the Wizards. And Kyle Anderson gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game.
Really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Bam Adebayo's checked in for Miami. Wiggins comes in for Robinson. Pass to Smart. Fires from deep. Harrington, that's good. Now it's a 5-point Washington lead.
Well, it's just outstanding distribution from Marcus Smart, keeping his eyes peeled in order to find his guys in their spots.
Hero kicks to Wiggins. And they come right back with their own 3-pointer. Wiggins has got 10 points. Here's Middleton. Burks with the steal. Wiggins outside. To the inside. On the wing, Wiggins shoots the 3. And again, Miami with the triple.
just focusing on the task at hand. That's all you can do.
Boy, the tide is running one way and then shifts back in the other direction. I've lost count of how many lead changes we've had here tonight.
Guys, 7 times the lead has changed hands here now.
Yeah, and that number should easily top double figures before it's over.
Here's Hero. Rebound by the Wizards.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
They get it back. And out of bounds as the Heat gain possession. Robinson's checked in for Hero. And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. And the foul on Alec Burks. That's his first foul.
First personal foul.
Washington has gotten both of their three-point attempts to go down here in the second quarter. Burks against Poole. The shot by Middleton, wide open. Hits the three-point bomb.
3 points.
Middleton's got his second basket.
And if you're trying to get the most out of Middleton offensively, put him in catch-and-shoot situations.
Wiggins kicks to Burks. Back to Wiggins. And there's the drive. And it's Wiggins with the jam.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Here's Sarr. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
And the length of Sarr is a lot to deal with. Sometimes the defense has to foul.
Sarr, 2.
So he gets them both. The Heat trail by 4. Driving in. Burks the pass to Wiggins. Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. Over Middleton. And it's Wiggins missing.
Well, seized up just a little bit at the last second. That's when he normally converts.
And Middleton kicks to Poole. Middleton outside. In the corner, it's Sarr. And another miss by Washington. Oh, he really broke up that transition opportunity. Looks like it'll be a transition take foul. The Heat have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. It's the Wizards up by 3. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin.
Thank you, David, for that interview. And we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. You look at Andrew Wiggins in this game, he's been everywhere.
And if he can keep shooting from deep like he did in the first half, he's going to be more than a handful.
What I love is they've continued to feed this guy. Ride the hot hand until the defense does something about it.
We've got Hero. Adebayo is out there with Wiggins. Then there's Alec Burks. And it's Ware in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the group on the floor for Miami. Well, G.A. Adebayo came from very humble beginnings.
Yeah, raised by his mother. And Kevin Bam's main motivation in life was to get her out of that trailer. He worked extremely hard and now arguably a top 25 player.
Right side, George. George with the screen on Burks. Coulibaly finds George. And Coulibaly gets it to go. And the Wizards lead by 4.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Hero, no good. Wizards have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Middleton inside the three-point line. Oh, and he almost had a four-point play right there. He'll go to the line with a chance for three.
First team foul.
A solid passer and rebounder, but it's really scoring where Middleton shows up big. He can be just relentless on that end of the floor.
Hero kicks to Burks. Oh, drew the foul and almost hit the three-point bucket. But he'll go to the line to shoot three.
First team foul.
Love to see Alec Burks get aggressive with the defense. This guy terrific getting the defense to foul him.
And he can't hit the second. And so Poole will bring it up for the Wizards. 4-point game.
The correct decision by Middleton, moving to his wide-open teammate, Chris, a terrific passer off the wing.
And the ball goes out of bounds, last touched by Poole. 90 seconds now into the second half. Hero passes to Adebayo. A shot by Burks. Nobody around. Adebayo on the follow.
And this is the level of intensity Adebayo brings. He's terrific at channeling that energy on the offensive glass.
Poole against Hero. Saw the pass to Poole. Clock at 6. No good with the triple. The Heat trail by 4. Hero, that's a two-pointer. Higgins outside. Knocks it loose. Stolen by Middleton. And now the fast break. Middleton with the ball. And he uses the glass on the late. Middleton's got 9.
And good to see the hustle from Middleton here. He's a good partner to have on the break, and he's quick to get up the court.
And so Miami again turning it over. Duncan Robinson, he's checked in for Miami.
Number 55, Duncan Robinson.
Washington leading now by 6. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. And they go to the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Over to the wing. Sarr sets the screen for Kispert. Fires the three. Traps in the tray. Kispert's got the lead up to 9 now for the Wizards.
Oh, the defense has to stay attached to him on the perimeter.
Adebayo kicks to Ware. Back to Adebayo. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. He's got 8.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
And just tax a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard. Burks the pass to Adebayo. And the layup's good off the glass. Adebayo's got 10 points in just the second half.
And contact can't slow Adebayo down. He's not afraid to get physical when he's attacking.
Sometimes a player is born with a passer's mindset. He deals it with conviction.
And that's a foul called on Bam Adebayo. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
So for the Wizards, Champagne's checked in. Bays subbed in for George. Washington leading now by 8. We've got 1:08 left in the third. Here's Champagne. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
And haven't we seen that a few times today, guys? I mean, their defense has got to have a little bit more toughness in that.
Here's Adebayo. Up and in on the layup. Adebayo's got 12 now in this quarter.
Just playing so strong down low. Adebayo knows you got to be ready for the fight inside.
Pass to Carrington. And here is Kispert. All sorts of time. It's Adebayo with the rebound. Adebayo's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Now, here's Burks. There's 21 seconds left in the third quarter, and the Heat get another bucket right there.
Beautiful touch from Burks. He excels at knocking down these mid-range shots.
Here's Poole. 9 points in the game so far. And he comes up with the deuce. Poole's got 11 points.
And this is what we've come to expect from this guy, right? Not only making a ton of shots, but being efficient while doing so.
And so it's the Washington Wizards holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. Their lead is where it is. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks, as always, for joining us. Fourth quarter on the court for the Wizards. They've got Gill. Smart is out there with Bay. And it's Champagnie in at the 4 slot. Smart wide open. He fires. No good from outside. Got the defender off his feet with the pump fake, but couldn't knock it down. And Saddiq Bey picks up the foul. That's his first foul. And Washington making a change. Holmes checked in. And so here is Miami. Here's Anderson. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Now at the line, Kyle.
Both free throws good from Anderson. Wizards leading by 6. Here's Champagnie. The three-pointer no good.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Anderson finds Robinson. A three-pointer off the mark.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that
time. And Bay throws it down.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Robinson on the wing. Back to Anderson. And finished off by Anderson.
You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
I'll tell you, we have seen great execution from both teams. Neither one giving an inch here.
Good on the triple.
Oh, don't you love how unselfish Marcus Smart is? Sees the open man, whips the pass over in just the right amount of space.
And Kyle Anderson gets the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Yeah, you don't see those over and back calls too often because they're just so easy to avoid.
Right. It doesn't happen often. It's kind of a silly mistake. We'll see if they can make up for it on the defensive end.
And Miami making a change here. Burks is checked in. Corey Kispert's checked in for Washington. Chris Middleton comes in for Saddiq Bey.
The man has no heart, and that's poor defense for a team that has a long way to catch up.
Well, credit the offense, though. If you're going to come with casual defensive effort, this team's responsibility is to take advantage, and they do.
Kispert, no good. The Heat trail by 12. Popped up there for Robinson. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Oh, great job moving the rock by Hero. Not a ball stopper. Tyler is a team player.
Here's Kispert. Rebound by the Heat. Anderson's got 4 rebounds now tonight. And Corey Kispert is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul.
And now only 1 away from being in the penalty.
Hero against Middleton. Here's Wiggins, and Wiggins throws it down.
Boy, more points on the board for Wiggins. How about this guy? This is a memorable night.
And he's going up for the alley-oop. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It goes on Chris Middleton.
Team foul number 4.
Here's Adebayo, and Adebayo throws it down.
And this is too easy for Adebayo. Once he's close to the rim, he is going to damage it.
Pass to Koulibaly. Outside, George.
Team foul number 4.
Here's Tar. 6 on the shot clock. And Sarr throws it down hard.
Goodness, Sarr is a different type of athlete.
Inside, Wiggins, and it's Wiggins with the jam.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Poole the pass to Sarr. And Ware pulls it down. Ware's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Hero kicks to Burks. Kicks it out to Wiggins. One-on-one fast break. Out of bounds. Miami takes possession.
Boy, not sure what happened on that one. Just an unforced error.
The Heat trail by 6.
Every second counts now. They can't wait around.
This is the very definition of desperation time. You've got to score every trip.
Oh, great defense. They anticipated the play and got there first.
Washington's gone outside a lot tonight. 17 times, in fact. 7 of 17. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's going to be on Bam Adebayo.
Yeah, the defender all over.
He's able to hit the second one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. Miami's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Burks kicks to Wiggins. Pass to Hero. From past the arc. And it's Wiggins missing. And the Wizards with possession. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. And so it's Wiggins with it. He'll bring it up for Miami. Hero passes to Adebayo. Good! And now they trail by just 4.
And look who shows up in the clutch. The readiness of Adebayo paying off big time.
Adebayo, Miami ball.
Here's Wiggins, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It goes on Chris Middleton.
Well, the quickness to beat you inside. Wiggins possesses that in spades.
And both free throws good for Wiggins.
And you really can't say enough about his composure in the big moments, as cool as they come.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. There's a screen. Poole with it. Now defended by Adebayo. So the first one drops, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 4-point ball game.
He's able to make it a 2-possession game with some solid work at the line right there.
Wiggins tries in.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
I'll tell you, it takes confidence to pull the trigger in that situation. You love guys who relish the moment.
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see him.
And so both free throws are good. It's a 4-point ball game.
That's what you call slamming the door. This one is over.
Now a timeout called by Miami. They're behind by 4. What do you think we're going to see coming out of this timeout?
Trying to stay alive, they've got to work quickly.
This is the very definition of desperation mode right now. They need a quick shot and a quick foul.
And so it's Washington who scraped by with the win. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for him. think in this one? What do you think?
Yeah, you're right, Kevin. Both of these teams love to run their offense in the half court. They'll slow things down. They'll love the setups. They'll try to manipulate a couple of the plays to get matchups they want. Neither side afraid to take it under 5 seconds on the shot clock, and that patience may pay off.
Now let's take a look at the Bulls opening lineup. Vucevic is out there with Buzelis. Then it's Ball. Then it's Josh Giddey. And it's White in a shooting guard. The alley-oop layup, very well done.
And this is where Lonzo Ball gets you excited. As a teammate, he's going to get you the ball.
It's Hero with the drive. He can't get that one. Excellent D there from Ball. Puts up a three. Connects from three-point range.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Here's Hero. Wiggins against Giddey. And Wiggins throws it down.
He's got so much vertical ability. That's easy for Wiggins.
Chicago has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Pass to Buzelis. Comes up empty from 19 feet out.
Not a bad shot from the mid-range. The D's giving it to him, and he's usually got an eye in that kind of range.
And stolen by Giddey. Out to the right wing. This one for three. And there's Buzelis on the assist from Giddey.
Oh, smart pass there, setting up Buzelis in a position to cash in.
One thing you can pretty much count on with the Heat, Brent Barry, they're gonna grind it out.
Yeah, this team has always been built around tenacity and toughness. Even with the big three, with LeBron, D-Wade, and Bosh, there was a bit of a metamorphosis with the way LeBron approached games. Kind of being hated on was something they embraced, and that culture demands that hustle accountability and will consistently be about their culture.
Here's Ware, takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
And Wiggins is a capable passer, someone that wants to hit a guy in the right spot.
Drills it from outside.
That's just tremendous scoring instinct. So fun to watch him work in the half court.
To the left wing. Here's Ware. Vucevic defending. And it's Adebayo in the corner. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Now here's Giddey. Pass to White. And that comes off the assist by Giddey. White's got 5.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Yeah, if you walked in at any point during this game to watch 5 minutes of play, one team played harder. We know who that was.
Just a terrific effort on the offensive glass. That's how they're going to cut into this league.
And Greg, a dunk like that is sure to give them a spark. Pass to Buzelis. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. Here's Vucevic. The kick out to Ball. Clock is at 3. Here's Giddey. And no good that time. Wiggins with some nice D. And here's Hero. He'll bring it up for the Miami Heat. 8-point game. Banked in off the glass.
The paint can open up for Hero because he's such a good shooter. Smart to attack. He had a chance to do it there.
Ball with a wide open look. And the Bulls another 3.
No way he's going to pass that shot up. The D is way too far back and relaxed in getting out on him.
Burks can't get it to go. Bulls leading by 9. White. That 3 off the mark. Burks with it. He's picked up by White. And it's Adebayo in the corner. Here's Burks. And it falls over the rim and in.
And Bam dropping another dime. Never shy about sharing the ball.
On the wing, Giddey. He has yet to score. Wide, a screen on Adebayo. Giddey against Burks. Pass to Buzelis. Giddey with the screen on Adebayo. The shot by Buzelis, no good. outside Hero. So here's Burks. The three. And it is good at the buzzer. Wow!
Ringing the bell.
That's a free-flowing first quarter. Great scoring through one. The Bulls on top. They're up by 4. The second quarter coming up right after this break, so don't go anywhere. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And a chance for just a second now to check out the scoring breakdown for Chicago.
Absolutely dialed in from beyond the arc so far in this one. The defense is surrendering the long-range shot here early on.
I love the passing that they displayed at the start of the game. Great ball movement that's opening up some chances without really getting deep into the execution.
They've got Robinson. Anderson is out there with Kevin Love. Then it's Tyler Hero. And it's Larson in at the shooting guard position. So that's who Miami starts the second with. Nikola Jovic is checked in for the Heat. Nobody near Williams. And again, no good by Chicago. Miami trailing. Outside Hero. Over Jones. Can't tie it up as that one misses. Bulls have gone 0-3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second quarter. Williams' shot is off. Smith kicks to Williams. And he's good on the three ball. Williams has got his first 3 points of the game.
I'm not sure who was supposed to be guarding him. Ridiculous laps there defensively.
Anderson can't get it to go. The Bulls leading by 5. Here's Giddey. And again, it's the Bulls from deep.
And a nice stroke. That's coming along for Josh Giddey.
The Heat have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Here's Jovic, covered by Smith. Jovic passes to Robinson. Takes it inside, uses the glass to finish the layup.
Of all the action happening there, it's the assist that jumps out to me there. That's just a great look and a great setup for the bucket.
Here's Dosunmu. Smith kicks to Williams. Jones, no one around him. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Williams. And the Bulls lead by 9.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
The coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
Nice answer back there. Love to see the competitiveness.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
Here's Jovic. And again, Miami with the triple.
Anderson has great vision as a point forward. Exceptional court awareness.
Here's Giddey. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. Giddey's got a couple of three-pointers in the second for the Bulls. Hero passes to Jovic. No good that time. Excellent D there from Williams. Chicago leading by 6. On the wing, Giddey. 3 minutes of action so far in the second quarter. Tries the spin move. And yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. Smith's got his first points of the game. For years, it seemed like the league was going to go smaller. But lately, Greg, it seems like size is back in fashion.
Yeah, I mean, look at the MVP award, right? Centers and Jokic and Embiid winning it recently. Even Giannis, you know, I wouldn't consider him small. And just overall around the NBA, it feels like bigger teams are having more success.
The Heat trail by 8. Here's Anderson, and Anderson slams it in.
And no doubt, they'd love to see him get a lot more of those.
Wow. The Heat have gotten just over 50% of their shots to drop here in the second quarter. They're 5 for 9. And Jalen Smith is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group. Vucevic checked in for Smith. Buzelis comes in for Williams. Balls checked in for Josh Giddey. And it's Kobe White in for Dosunmu. Chicago leading by 8. Buzelis, no one around him. Trains it from beyond the arc. Buzelis has got 6.
And when it comes to the three-point shooting of Buzelis, we know he has the ability, but we need to see consistency.
And here are the Bulls now. Big stretch here going 10-2. Jones, no luck. Miami's gone 2 of 4 from three-point range so far in the second quarter. Here's Ware. At balls. Nice feed that time from Wiggins. Here's Jones. There's Ball with the 3. Wow, drew the contact, and that 3 almost went in, so he'll go to the line for 3 free throws. It's going to be on Andrew Wiggins. Mitchell, he's checked in for Duncan Robinson. Kevin Herter, he's checked in for the Bulls. Carter comes in for Trey Jones. And he can't make it. 3 for 3. Out to Carter. Fires for 3. Rebound by the Heat. Ware's got 4 rebounds in this game. Carter against Mitchell. Lets a floater go. Good work there as it goes. Stolen by Mitchell. And so it's Chicago in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. They've dictated the pace, pushed the ball at every chance, and it's paying off for them. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. Dave, thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway. And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. 1 half to go. We're seeing a tremendous game from Lonzo Ball.
What a menace he was on defense through the first 2 quarters. Just disrupting everything.
Yeah, and that's exactly what he wanted to do out there. Everyone he guarded looked uncomfortable.
Taking a look at the Bulls. Buzelis out there with Josh Giddey. Then it's White, and it's Vucevic, and it's Ball in at the point guard position. Wiggins against Giddey. Right side, White. The wide open look here for Vucevic. No good with the triple.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Here's Buzelis. No good from outside. The Heat trail by 10, and they're moving it up. Here's Burks. And he bangs it home with one hand.
Oh, up high and down hard with that one-hander.
He got a little extra forceful. You're right with that one. Buzelis' shot is good.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Yeah, he's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away.
Misses the 3. Heat have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. And great for Buzelis. Basketball has been a part of his family for generations.
Yeah, how about that? Both his parents played professionally in Lithuania, as did both of his grandfathers. And his dad now works with the Lithuanian men's national team as a physiotherapist.
A baseline J. It's hauled in by Hero.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on them.
Ware passes to Burks. No one near Adebayo as he lets it go. Off target from three-point range. And so it's Giddey with it. He brings it up for the Chicago Bulls. They've held a 12-point lead early.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Yeah, pretty infectious right here. Guys in good spirits, and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. The NBA's 65 games requirement for postseason awards has drawn some criticism. But Adam Silver says, ultimately, this is about the fans and putting the best product forward. Load management was not working for us. This is having the desired effect that guys are on the floor. Kevin?
They want to be on the floor, right? Keep them tuning in. Good stuff, D.A. Thank you. Here's Wiggins driving inside. Oh, he misses the dunk. Here's Buzelis. Offline with his 3. Right there, the defender clearly trying to inhibit a fast break. I think that's a transition take foul. And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here.
And he deserves a lot of credit for what he was able to do at the line last year. 86% from the stripe.
Robinson's checked in for Miami. Williams, he's checked in for Chicago.
Well, nice vision on that pass from Hero, and he put the ball right in the shooting pocket.
Vucevic setting the pick for Ball. Stolen by Robinson. Adebayo against Williams. And Adebayo throws it down.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And we say it time and time again, so I'll repeat it. Have to be careful with the ball, or this is what happens.
Adebayo drives in. The layup off target. Bulls leading by 10. Outside Williams from outside the arc. And Ware pulls it down. Ware's got his 7th rebound here tonight. And Miami making a change here. Rozier's checked in. Then for the Bulls, Jalen Smith, he's checked in for Vucevic. Dosunmu comes in for Lonzo Ball. And Trey Jones subbed in for Josh Giddey. And it's slammed in by Smith.
Scraping and clawing, doing everything he can to grow that lead.
Emphatic on the putback stuff.
Team's having a tough time containing him, attacking all the way there.
And once Rozier spots that hole in the defense, he just doesn't hesitate. Just sends the ball to an open shooter.
On the basket by Jones.
Nice answer back there. Love to see the competitors.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
Burks with the steal. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Rozier finds Burks. White against Rozier. Rozier with a screen on Jones. Pulls up. And it will go, and the Bulls lead is cut down to 10 on the bucket from Rozier.
And this is why Rozier's out there. He knows he has the trust of his teammates to take that shot.
Jones, the pass to Dosunmu. The 3. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And so it's the Chicago Bulls going into the break with a... And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store for us. Heat shooting at 51%. Really solid. They've got Kyle Anderson. Robinson is out there with Hero. And it's Larson in at the 2 spot. It's the group on the floor for Miami.
That's pretty much not how they want to defend the three-point line. Somebody's got to shadow him out there.
Jones for 3. Nailed from three-point land.
He's just stretching him out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
I'm not sure what the defense collectively was thinking there. You got to know where he is at all times.
The Bulls leading by 10. Pass to Williams. Puts up a deep 3. Chicago with a new 14. Back to Jones from downtown. It's hauled in by the Heat. It's Anderson with the drive. Outside for Robinson. Over Giddey. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron.
Well, a guy who gets most of his points from behind the three-point line. Nice to see Duncan using the touch in the mid-range.
Jones for 3, and that comes off the assist by Giddey. Giddey's got 6 assists in the game. Pass to Anderson. Robinson sets a screen for Anderson. Rebound by Smith. Smith's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Jones from outside. Another 3 for Chicago.
Bottom line, you need shooters on your team who can space the floor.
Oh, there's no doubt he's a legitimate threat from downtown, and he's demonstrating that in this game.
Jacks up a 3. Offensive rebound. Williams kicks to Giddey. Jones for 3. Back to Giddey. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. They grabbed their own miss. Three-pointer. And it's Jones. That time on the assist from Giddey. Jones has got 12 now in this quarter.
So many of the plays they're running designed to create opportunities from deep.
And I don't know how they keep doing this, but every time down, the resulting possession ends up at the three-point line and a fairly efficient shot attempt at that.
It's good.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another.
Here's Dosunmu. Another three for Chicago.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Coaching staff probably most proud of the effort of this team on both ends of the floor here tonight.
Giddey with it. Robinson picks him up. Giddey against Robinson. Stolen by Robinson. And now here comes Robinson leading the break. And a wide open look for Hero. Good, and the assist goes to Robinson.
Yeah, Duncan not only moves himself, he moves the ball quite well.
Pass to Jones. Outside Williams. Back to Jones. Out to Smith. Williams, a screen on Anderson. Smith drives in, and there's the whistle. 3-second violation. Love's checked in for the Heat. Davion Mitchell comes in for Hero. Chicago making a switch here. The Heat trail by 20.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest. Just a total obliteration, if you will. You can safely say mission accomplished now for the Bulls.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Josh Giddey.
And with all these assists, it's obvious how well that he can see the entirety of the floor out there. If an easy bucket is to be had, he'll find it.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
Yeah, definitely putting a stamp on this one. A very, very decisive victory for the club tonight.
From deep, Herter. Love grabs the board. Here's Miami now. Trailing by 17. Highsmith. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Here's Jones. Robinson with the block. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Larson, no good. And they can just let the clock run out here.
Cannot argue with the W.
Phillips. And the Bulls with another miss. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin.